What is going on, Raptors Nation? It is Luca here, back with another video. Hope you're all doing well. The Toronto Raptors, they lose to the Washington Wizards. It was a highly entertaining game. I mean, if you were a sicko like me and watched this game on a Saturday night between, let's call it for what it is, the two worst teams in the association right now, you saw a good one. I mean, that was pretty entertaining. This game came down to the wire, and Bruce Brown Jr. had a chance at the end there to tie it up with the three. His foot looked like it was on the line, so even if that shot went in, Raptors would have fell short. So nonetheless, the Raptors, they lose this game. If you're on Team Tank like myself, that is good news. Not only did you get an entertaining game to watch, but the Raptors, they understood the assignment. They got the job done in terms of losing, and they now have a full game lead over the Memphis Grizzlies for the sixth worst record in the NBA. The Raptors, they have lost 10 in a row, and it matches their longest losing streak since 2011. So the Raptors, they are starting to get in on some pretty bad territory in terms of these losing streaks. And honestly, I don't know when this thing's going to end. I did think the Raptors were going to win this game. I mean, it looked like they were at one point. They're up by as many as 11, but this was the battle of a tank, it seems, because the Raptors were up by 11 and the Wizards go on a 13-0 run. Then these teams trading blows down the stretch in the fourth, and then the Wizards pull away with the 3-point win. So I don't know if the Raptors are going to win another game for the rest of the season, guys, with the way things are looking, especially if their key players remain out. They were able to get one starter back, at least in this one, as Gary Trent Jr. did return to the lineup as he was dealing with some back spasms. And he's a big reason why the Raptors almost won this game to end their losing streak. He had 31 points. He was a +5, 3 steals. He was perfect from the free throw line, 10 of 26 from the field. He was only 1 of 7 from 3. Gary had a couple opportunities there in that fourth quarter to hit some triples, but unable to do that as Trent Jr., he does have a 31-point game, and that led all scorers, including the Wizard squad. You look at Abaji, speaking of somebody missing some critical threes, he was 6 of 12 from the field, but you want to see those threes go in, especially if Abaji wants to formulate a career here as being a potential 3-and-D type of player for the Raptors. His defense has been good from what we've seen. You know, a steal, 2 blocks, did have 9 boards, but 0 of 5 from 3, missed a couple of threes in the corners. So you want to see those 3 balls go in if you're a Raptors fan down the stretch here, because Abaji, you know, he's going to have to prove that he can hit that through with consistency if he wants to take his game to that next level. Grady Dick, following up his very, very solid outing against the OKC Thunder on Friday night, had another nice outing in this one, 17 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 3 of 8 from 3. I would have liked to see Grady Dick get a chance there to tie it up at the end instead of Bruce Brown. But Grady Dick, all in all, he did have another nice game, back-to-back nice outings for Dick, who did play 34 minutes in this one, as he's going to continue to see extended playing time and start with key starters for Toronto. Ramsey, he had 8 points. He started as shooting guard. And then Olynyk, he had 14 points, 10 assists. He did have 5 personal fouls, and he did shoot at just 4 of 11 from the field. As you look at the play from off the bench, Bruce Brown, 11 points. Like I said, had a chance there at the end to tie it, to send this game into overtime. But again, his foot looked like it was on the line, so it wouldn't have mattered. Wara, 7 points. Freeman, Liberty had 4. And then Temple, 3. As you look at the Wizards, Advia had 22 points, leading all Wizard scorers. Kuzma, 16. Chris Bird had 18. All 5 Wizards starters finishing in double figures. And then Bagley, the third, had 10 from off the benches. The Wizards crowd, they were rocking for this one. I mean, the Washington Wizards, they were having themselves a good time taking on the Raptors. The Wizards are obviously in their own battle for the worst record in all of the NBA to give themselves a great shot at getting that number 1 overall pick. But yeah, this was just a battle. I mean, both teams playing hard. It was entertaining. You know, the Wizards, they did have their guys, and a positive in this one, if you're the Raptors, is, you know, I know the Wizards are the worst team in the league, but they almost did beat the Wizards, missing a whole bunch of starters and missing a whole bunch of their key players. So you got to give a lot of credit to the guys who are going out there for the Raptors during this stretch. Obviously, they're not going to be favored. Probably not going to be favored to win another game from here on out. But, you know, guys like Dick, Abaji, Trent Jr. coming back, playing well. That's what you want to see. You want to pick up on some good habits. You want to see these guys play hard. And this was another competitive outing for the Toronto Raptors. So back-to-back here. I know they lost both these games, but they fought hard against the Thunder. That game could have gotten ugly. It didn't. And then they followed that up on the road in Washington, and they almost won this game. So the Raptors, they are now 23-48, 11 games left on the season, guys. And if you are looking at the standings, if you are on Team Tank, the Blazers' remaining schedule is tough, and the Raptors are 4 games up on the Blazers. So Raptors are not going to catch the Blazers for that 5th worst record. So the best case scenario for the Raptors, if they want to keep their pick, is remaining in the 6th worst record spot, which would give them about a 46% chance of keeping their 1st round pick. So the Raptors, they're going to have a couple days off here, and we'll see if this team can win a game and who's available from here on out. But they lose another one here. They got the Nets on Monday. So, I mean, that's a winnable game. But then if the Raptors don't beat the Nets there, they got the Knicks, Sixers, Lakers, Timberwolves, Bucks before they see the Wizards again. So if the Raptors don't beat the Nets, this losing streak could very well linger, guys, because the Raptors only have a couple more winnable games on paper. Nets, Wizards, and the Nets again on April 10th. All the other teams winning record, and they're going to be battling for playoff positioning. So they're going to have a lot to play for, whereas the Raptors at this point, they're just prioritizing player development and giving their guys reps. So let me know your thoughts on this game, guys. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. That is it for me. It's Lucas signing off. As always, thanks so much for watching. I will catch you all again in the next one.